Hello everybody, Martin here doing another Legacy League, playing Ad Nauseam Tendrils. The list I'm playing has not changed since last I played it. Quick rundown, you'll find 13 of the blue 1-mana spells, the 13th card being a Singleton Preordain. Not playing Reign of Filth, running 6 discard spells. I find that I either run 6 discard spells, 2 Past in Flames, or 7 discard spells, 1 Past in Flames. That's not a hard and fast rule, but just something I've noticed that I tend to feel comfortable with. The second Past in Flames gives you a bit of resiliency towards the counter spells that you would usually be using your discard spells to counter. Business is I am on the 2 Past in Flames, like I said, 1 Empty the Warrens, 1 Tendrils, 1 Ad Nauseam, and 4 Infernal Tutor. I have started to contemplate running like a 5th tutor, be that a Grim Tutor or a Dark Petition, but it sort of clinches with or clashes with the Ad Nauseam. I'm not really sure, but I might do that. 15 lands, and the 9 mana rocks, the 9th being the Chrome Mox that I'm playing because I'm playing main deck Ad Nauseam. Sideboard also has not changed. I have my Miracles package here. Oh, not the Swarms. These 6 cards here, the 2 Nulls and the 4 Decays, and then the Tendrils and Empty that comes in against Miracles. We've got anti-Thalia cards here, and the Hurkyl's Recall primarily for the Eldrazi, but it's better to just dodge them. Empty the Warrens comes in against Eldrazi too, the second Empty the Warrens. I find that Empty the Warrens is usually like a really solid thing to be doing against the non-Wurmcoil Engine Mud deck of the format. We've got a Singleton Chain of Vapor, just sort of catch-all, and 2 Xantid Swarms for the Show and Tell decks. And I guess Infect, Reanimator, whatever island-based combo. So, let's see if we can find a match. Alright, so here we are, round 1 of the league. On the draw, we get this hand, and this is a definite keep. If we get discarded on turn 1, then it's pretty bad. This is not too bad. We have to assume we're up against Death and Taxes. Could be Maverick, but like Thalia nonetheless. So normally against any deck running Wastelands, when you have Scalding Tarn and Delta, you want to play the Tarn to fetch Basic Island and the Delta to fetch Swamp. We want to Brainstorm and ideally be able to fetch away any chaff. But we also want a Therapy, and we have to make Therapying on turn 1 our priority because this deck will always represent Thalia on turn 2, and that is the all encompassing biggest sort of worry we have. We Therapy them naming Thalia, and it turns out to be like Maverick with the Gaddock Teeg in hand, then that's obviously really unfortunate. If it's Death and Taxes and they have Phyrexian Revoker, then it's not great, but we would rather whiff on the Therapy and then not have the Thalia on turn 2. So all this, I'm just trying to set up the fact that I might need to not fetch the basic, fetch out the basics, because we want to fetch a land that will let us Therapy on turn 1 and then Brainstorm on turn 2. So with that said, let's get an Underground Sea. It's also a little bit like if they have Wasteland on turn 2, we have the Petal, so we're sort of okay with that. So Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, let's see. There she was. Alright, so it's Death and Taxes. There's a Serra Avenger, there's a Plow, there's a Caracas, there is a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was the Thalia. Alright, so pretty pleased about that. We could play out the Petal here, but I would like, so if they, that would only pretty much matter if they drew the second, like if they drew a Thalia off the top, in which case I'm not sure how much the Petal helps us, so I think I'd rather just keep it for potential storm. So like we have to expect them to port us on our upkeep, and then I have to work out if I think it's correct to fire off the Brainstorm. Then they have correctly spotted that we're a combo deck here, so they're just swinging with Mom. So I think I will actually Brainstorm with this mana. Oh, spicy. We just get the win handed to us. So let's see here. We have cast 1 spell, Petal is 2, Diamond 3, Ritual 4, Ritual 5, Tutor 6, Past in Flame 7, Rituals 8, and we should have enough mana, right, because we have the Petal, so it'll be Petal Land is 2, Ritual is 4, Ritual is 6, Diamond is 9, Tutor is 7, Flames is 3, Ritual is 5, yeah. So we can just do a Past in Flames loop. So great. I think it's very important to win game 1 here, because they do, like, post board you have to sort of expect them to be favored while on the play post board. So I mean, it's not by much, and we can easily win the post boarded games, but it's just on the draw, like, yeah, it's not so easy. So let's see here. Let's just, for funsies, see what they drew. See if there's something spicy. And they concede to that. Okay, fair enough. Alright, so in come the 2 Massacres, in come the Chain of Vapor, probably the Singleton Decay. Out goes the second Past in Flames. Out goes the 3 Duress. So we are keeping Ad Nauseam in spite of us having 2 Massacre now, which is sort of an unpleasant flip. We have taken out a Past in Flame, so we're really only adding 1 converted mana cost 4 spell, and I think that's okay. Yeah, it's not ideal, but we'll see. I still think like going for an early Ad Nauseam is a fine play. So one of you guys, the viewers, commented on a few of my videos suggesting Disfigure in the sideboard, and obviously, like, Disfigure would be a nice card to have in this matchup. But excuse me, just working out here. I don't think I'd keep this. No. If we draw, we have a probe and our draw step to sort of blindly hit a Dark Ritual or go land Cabal Ritual. But we have no. We're gonna mulligan. Yeah, okay, we keep this. Ooh. I think we keep this and then we go for like the Massacre into the win. Yeah. Yeah, so someone suggested Disfigure, and I've seen other people run that. No flagstones. Come on, why aren't you a plains? Stupid flagstones. So let's see here. If we probe, nothing really lets us do anything of note, so let's just not probe. Yeah, so like the Disfigure. Sorry, I keep getting keep losing my train of thought here, but I think Disfigure is a fine sort of place to be. I wouldn't mind at all running this figure, but I just feel like I don't like it as much against other stuff like Deathrite Shaman. There's the planes. So I just feel like against a deck like this, I think Chain of Vapor is just as fine, and Chain of Vapor covers other bases. That being said, I mean, I think it's a fine choice, and I have not ruled out giving it a spin. All right, so let's see here. We can go for a lot of goblins, and depending on what probe shows us other stuff. It's a bit unfortunate that we don't know what's in their hand and we don't have a therapy, because if they do have like engineered explosives or ratchet bomb, then that's kind of bad. But I think the opportunity cost of waiting is probably greater on average. So let's go for the swamp here. Let's cast Massacre. It's very kind of them to Flagstones out of planes. And let's probe life. They have nothing really. They have a Flicker Wisp. I have another Thalia. They have Revoker, Karakas, and Plains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so like, unless they just draw into whatever they might sort of be looking for, like one of their sweepers, then we should be fine. Let's see here. We can tutor for a petal for more storm. We can't really tutor for one of the rituals, but this works. So yeah, this should win us the game in the match. We'll make 16 goblins. So let's just hope they don't draw one of their few outs off the top, which I'm sure they do have outs. I think them drawing Stoneforge Mystic here does nothing. It won't be fast enough. So it has to be like, yeah, what would most commonly be like one of the artifact sweepers, Ratchet Bomb or Engineered Explosives. Nah. Alright, they either didn't have it or just were too upset to continue. Alright, so that was round 1, and we're off to a good start, and we'll try for another round.